sure there's loads of things about match day which you want to find out, which is quite, you know, quirky little funny things. But yeah, this is every single home game. Normally before the game, people think it's when it's busiest, but for me, when I'm captain the side anyway, this is always the busiest time, the hour after a game. And it's always, you know, Sean Edwards is far left as you look at it, then myself, then Warren. And then normally, when we're sat here now, obviously after a game, the coaches as well are emotionally drained and stuff. This is where you really got to be careful in these post-match interviews, you know, not to make a mistake. So, like I've had a bit of practice at it now and I'm not too bad, but normally it's Warren who's in the middle, who takes the brunt of it really. But that's pretty much what happens in this room here. This place is amazing. It's we normally always walk in, everyone crams in down here. The coaches will stand where you are and talk to us as a group. And if you win, you know, we'll always have our sort of celebratory photos up in these corners here when we all cram in and stuff after the Six Nations or good wins. So this is the starting 15 and the subs bench sit over here. Lee Halfpenny is normally sat down pretty silent for most of the time. He's pretty quiet, nervous guy. I'm pretty similar. That's my slot, you know, it's always that's sort of like a home from home really. I love it there, you know, on match days, but it's me and Dan sort of sit there. I just sit down, I get changed as quick as I can really, and I just sit there for about 45 minutes to an hour and I don't really do too much, you know. But it's, we used to have music in here before a game, and for the Blues, for example, they always have like really loud club music, but with us, we don't really like that. And it's something decided by the coach and players, so everybody comes in with their headphones. So if you take your headphones off, it's sort of deathly silent for an hour and a half before kick-off. Everyone's just so focused, really. There's loads of players have things like they put on one boot before the other. But there's nothing really, it's a very sort of calm, relaxed place until you come back in after warm-up, really. And obviously in there is where you hear a lot of the chucking up and spewing before games. And you're waiting outside then, and we're all sort of pretty revved up, and I'm, you know, pumped up, ready to go. And there's normally then a little terrified 5-year-old boy, sort of ball boy, waiting outside, because I have to change then and be like, oh, hi, what's your name? Have you done this before? Obviously he hasn't, but just making conversation. And I just say, oh, when we go out, there'll be fireworks, be quite loud, turn around, have a photo, your mum and dad will be there. Say the same thing every time, but you know, it just makes them feel sort of pretty calm and stuff. You go down the tunnel then, it's sort of this red mist and this wall of noise. And you're sort of walking down, you can't really see further than a foot in front of your face. It still sort of surprises me every time you walk out and you get all that noise and the fan support. And never mind what like the little 6-7-year-old boy is thinking, you know, they must be loving it. Yeah, this is what the bit I was on about, where they have the sort of mist and stuff. And you probably don't manage to see the pitch really until they sort of drag that out a little bit. You don't really see the pitch until maybe a few yards back, but no, I mean, it's better when the roof is shut for me personally. I prefer it when the roof is shut. And, you know, it's very strange when you're in the middle, you know, doing the anthem. I mean, it's unbelievable. When you're sat, you know, on the pitch and you're looking up at the three tiers and you just sort of, you know, all those people represent, you know, the whole country really, you know, supporting you. It's the best feeling to be standing there, so it's amazing.